I'm making a heavenly peach dessert recipe that's been in my family for quite a few years. I started making it in the 70s. And this is not one of my healthy desserts. It's more of a 1970s kind of dessert. But it is easy to make. There's no baking required, and you will use fresh peaches. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to make it. I'm going to put this peach dessert into a square. It's either an 8x8 pan or a 9x9 pan, or you can use a small glass pan. You can also double this recipe and put it in a 9x13. For this recipe, I'm going to need 1 cup of crushed vanilla wafers. So just buy a box of these. And then I'm just going to guess how many I need. So before I had a food processor, I would just crush them with the back of a spoon in a bowl. So I'm just going to guess how many I need. Completely guessing. And then just turn it on. And just keep processing it till a lot of little pieces or the big pieces are all chopped up. You can even stop it. There's some still there. You can pulse it to get it to finish. And if it gets to the point you don't want to wait any longer, you can just take those out. So keep doing that until you have 1 cup. I lucked out. That was 1 cup. And so I'm just going to put it all in here, and with clean hands, just spread it out. We're not adding any butter or anything to this. There's no need for anything else. So if you have a different type of cookie that you like better, that you think would taste better, then you can go ahead and crush whatever you want. But this vanilla wafer is pretty good taste with this. All right, now we're on to the filling. In a large mixing bowl, I have half of an 8-ounce cream cheese, and use the full fat, don't use light. So 4 ounces, 1 stick of butter, and I use regular butter, not unsalted, and I'm going to put in 1 egg, and then powdered sugar, and we're going to do 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and now we're going to put it in the mixer. Make sure you start on low speed because the powdered sugar will get too crazy. And of course the butter and the cream cheese were room temperature, so that's something that you need to do ahead of time. And once the powdered sugar is incorporated, you can increase the speed for about 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, now that it's finished in the, I want to show you what this looks like. If you just let it go on the beaters, it gets really, really thick. So now we're going to spread it on the crust, and let's see if you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, here. Get as much off the beaters as possible. And then I'm going to use a spatula. Let's make sure we're in the camera. There we go. And use a rubber or silicone spatula and just put globs of it on like this. And spread it. Okay. And of course we want to spread it so that the cookies don't come up. So if it's kind of warm out when you're doing this, after you put the cookies, the crushed cookies, into the bottom of the pan as your crust, you could put it into the freezer while you're doing the topping. Or I guess this, it's not really the topping. It's the middle part, not the top. Because after we spread this, we're going to slice peaches. And the peaches need to be peeled and sliced. And I like a lot of peaches on this. The combination of the taste of the peach, the tartness of the peach, and the combination of that plus this filling, I guess I'll call it a filling, together is just so good. Okay, and I'm getting it up the sides a little too much. Now, if you want, while you're slicing up the peaches, you can put this first into the refrigerator, you know, cover it and set it in the refrigerator while you're slicing the peaches. Which is probably what I'm going to do. And I'll show you how big to make the peaches, how big to slice them anyway, and then how to arrange them on the top next. I've washed the peaches, but what we're going to do is peel them and slice them. And you know, you never know what these peaches are going to be like until you try them, until you eat them. So mine are pretty small, and when they're all said and done, I'll let you know how many small peaches I needed for the square pan. So I'm going to completely peel them and cut them like this, and we're going to make slices that are about that thick. Can you see that? Let me look at the camera. So about that thick, and I'll put them on a plate, and when I have them all sliced, I'll show you how I arrange them on the dessert. Now I have my peaches sliced, and I think I sliced 6 of them, and they're from different stores. So some of them were this peachy color inside, and some were more of a traditional yellow. So let's see if this is going to be enough. So you pretty much lay them close together like this. Okay, all the way down. Now we're ready for the whipped cream topping. Before I whip the cream, I put the bowl and the beaters into the freezer for about 5 minutes just to get them really cold. And I have just 1 cup of whipping cream. If I can open the container, it would help. I have to fast forward that. Nice. Ugh. Alright. And I'm going to start off whipping it on medium, and then I'll switch to high. Then what I'm going to add is a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. I don't have powdered sugar. I would have put in powdered sugar, but I used it all up earlier today in the filling. So when you put in granulated, it's important to add it slowly later. So I'm just going to start off, and maybe I'll even put it on fast motion. Alright, it's a good time to see how stiff it is, if it holds itself. And it's also a good time to give it a taste to see if it's sweet enough or if it needs more sugar. And it's perfect. So now we're ready to spread it on top. Alright, now in the old days, when we used to make this in the 70s, we would just use Cool Whip. So if you like Cool Whip, and it's something that you eat, go ahead and use Cool Whip. It'll save you some time, that's for sure. And I probably, maybe I will use all of this. And then after I finish covering this with whipped cream, I'm going to literally cover it and put it in the refrigerator for at least a couple hours. Alright, I ended up using it all. I didn't think I would. Okay. It's been a while since I made this, so I didn't remember how much whipped cream I used. Alright. So, that's that. Now I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap and I'll refrigerate it for 2 hours. Here's the finished Heavenly Peach dessert, and I've cut a slice out. It's been refrigerated for about 3 hours or so, and then everything stays together after it's been refrigerated, and it comes out easily, and actually it's really delicious, but like I said,